You know, a lot of times you'll hear people say, well, you know, these teams, they don't know how to draft quarterbacks. 12 of the 14 playoff quarterbacks are first-round quarterbacks. And the best one left is Josh Allen. That's why as I peruse the playoff matchups this weekend, one team cannot lose. Until maybe they get to a Super Bowl, that's Buffalo. Here's the bad news. Last 8 road playoff games, Buffalo is 0-8. Not all of those on Sean McDermott. All the playoff games this weekend, only one team is not allowed to lose, Buffalo, or the domino effect starts. Kevin Stefanski, don't take a job yet. And the excuse for Buffalo has been, well, there's Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. Neither made the playoffs. It's bad enough that you lost your division to Drake May and Mike Vrabel, and it was Vrabel's first year taking over a team that is still, in my opinion, in a rebuild. You can't then lose the AFC to potentially Liam Cohen taking over the wobbly Jacksonville Jaguars. And Sean McDermott can coach. He has a higher winning percentage, believe it or not, than Belichick and Andy Reid. Sean McDermott can coach. But the downside to having a generational quarterback talent like an Elway or a Peyton Manning or a Josh Allen is the new standard is January. That's the new standard. So there's a saying, great power comes with great responsibility. In the NFL, great quarterbacks create great responsibility. It is Sean McDermott's responsibility to be completely buttoned up and win a road playoff game over a team, frankly, Jacksonville, that is better than you this year. I was looking this morning at the most consecutive seasons of 10-plus wins NFL all time. The Bills are now 5th, and they're the only team that has not reached a Super Bowl in that 7-year stretch. Not only is every other team, when they have these stretches, been to a Super Bowl, 6 of the 7 have won a Super Bowl. Buffalo hasn't reached it. And Josh Allen leads the NFL in yards in playoff history. Think about that. Most yards in playoff history is averaging, not total, averaging, is Josh Allen. Never been to a Super Bowl. So losing to Mahomes and Burrow, okay, that's a reason. You can't lose to Bo Nix. You can't lose to Drake May. You can't lose to Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence. You can't. Doesn't matter. You can't. 12 of 14 playoff teams have first-round quarterbacks. You have the best one. Okay, so I had mentioned there's a lot of coaching openings. J-Mac will have more of those in 12, 15 minutes. I said this yesterday, and I have a little company, and I don't like to fire people. I really don't. I think there's a spot almost always somewhere in a company for people. But you can always tell. I was told this years and years and years ago by a boss I had, like 30 years ago. He said, you can always tell if you made a mistake when you let somebody go based on how the job market reacts. So Cleveland fires Kevin Stefanski. In my opinion, mistake. According to Adam Schefter, the Falcons, Giants, and Titans, top of their list. Yeah, Cleveland, you screwed up again. Can't get the right quarterback, fire the wrong coach. So 5 years in a row, I have made a pick. I call it a double your win total team, and if not double, the most improved team. Vikings in 2022, I got that right. Rams the year after, Washington and Denver a couple years ago. This year I had New England, double your win total. Most improved team would be Seattle. So I'm on a little bit of a heater. Not only should Stefanski be the leading candidate if the Bills lose, the team I would pick next year, double your win total, would be the New York Giants if Kevin Stefanski is hired. That's how highly I think of him. So I've gotten it right 4 or 5 years and teams in a row. The Giants with Kevin Stefanski would have a last place schedule, Jackson Dart, Scattaboo, Neighbors returns, Andrew Thomas, good left tackle. Again, last play schedule, number 5 pick in the draft. They can manipulate and get more picks. This is an absolute layup. Nothing against Mike Kafka, the interim guy. But I don't like when teams fire a coach, the interim guy comes in and you're like, wow, that looked pretty good. It's the substitute teacher. Everybody loves the substitute teacher. Right? They're more chill than the previous teacher, more chill than the previous coach. Not as harsh. Yeah, Mike Kafka's not the answer. Could be someday. I don't think this is the space. And people can say, well, Colin, you thought Pete Carroll was going to work in Las Vegas. Yeah, I thought Pete Carroll was a solid choice. It should be noted, I picked the Raiders to finish 4th with Pete Carroll. I said they'll still be a last place team, but they need like guidance and maturity and stop with the interim stuff. Just go hire a guy that's one big Pete Carroll. It didn't work. It was man overboard, but I still picked him for 4th. The New York Giants have several key components. Like, Jackson Dart's in the blue tent way more than I like. But when you have a number 1 receiver, a number 1 left tackle, a number 1 back, a number 1 quarterback, an excellent pass rusher, the number 5 pick, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. I mean, you go look at the teams at the top of the draft. Outside of the team that gets Mendoza, Giants pretty interesting. 50% of first-round quarterbacks that are drafted don't become great franchise quarterbacks. I don't know what Jackson Dart's going to become, but no reasonable person would deny it's encouraging if he can stay out of the blue tent. The Giants were swimming in chaos. He was kind of encouraging. Scattaboo, Neighbors, Andrew Thomas, Jackson Dart, Abdul Carter. It's kind of encouraging. Kevin Stefanski takes that job. That is a double your win total team. Not saying it's a great team. They're not going to turn into New England this year, but they'd be a really good team.